Oceans are a vital indicator of global warming. The temperature in particular helps us determine the extremity of climate change and fossil fuel emissions. During global warming, not only do oceans grow in volume, but marine life suffers. This is caused by thermal expansion and a rise in temperature. A particular species in this ecosystem that is affected would be coral, which is an important keystone species that is crucial to the abundance and food supply of the oceans.
How does global warming affect coral? To answer this, we have to look at the environment above the ocean, with fossil fuel being a key CO2 instigator, as well as other factors influencing the CO2 levels in the atmosphere. A big portion moves through the carbon cycle from the air to the oceans. When oceans observe a high CO2 levels, water gets more acidic than usual. With more acidic, the high temperatures, the coral will go through the process of what is known coral bleaching.
Coral bleaching, a process where coral reefs experience discoloration, usually results from rising ocean temperatures. This is because at high temperatures, corals expel algae that live in their tissues, with algae acting as an easy source of food and color. They have numerous nutritional benefits, but the colors also attract more marine wildlife that can stimulate the environment around them. This stimulation can result in reefs that consist of various species of fish, which help attract more algae and life forms that feed the coral. However, when coral expels algae, they lose all these benefits and most become white and brittle. They lose the ability to reproduce, further dwindling the species numbers. Fish migrate away to an environment with more food production, and they fall into a population deficit.
The loss of coral due to coral bleaching has terrible consequences on the ecosystem. Serving a habitat to more than 25% of marine species, coral acts as a keystone species in the environment, which means that it defines the ecosystem that it lives in, and without it, it would be different or cease to exist at all. Species such as shark and other predatory species rely on the food population hosted by the corals as food source, which in return it keeps the population in balance. Humans also rely on corals as food source, a component for medicine, a source of tourism, and a nature defense barrier against natural disasters such as hurricanes, tornadoes, and floods. Because it is vital for our ecosystem, it would be in our best interest to try to stop coral bleaching. With global warming being the leading cause, we should limit our fossil fuel emissions, deforestation activities, and other agricultural practices in order to try to save the coral reefs.